Hi, this is Odisha Education and Development Center. Today we will learn the array in C programming. So go to File, New, writing any of the C program. We can start with main and clear screen, then get ch. So today we will start the topic array. ARRAY, array. Array is a derived type. Homogeneous data elements, that is int array, char array, float array, double array. So int array can capable to contain a group of int values. Similarly, all of the type can capable to contain same type of elements or values. The values are called as elements in array. The values are called as elements in array. So array can be of just a minute. Array stores the elements in a conjugative memory location. Array stores the elements in a conjugative memory location. That is, if the first element stores the value in the address 1001, then the second element will be stored in 1002 if it is character, or 1003 if it is integer, or 1005 if it is float, that is according to the size of the values. So that is the value of size of the character is 1 byte, that's why 1001. Then next comes 1002. If it is integer, then the size of value is 2 byte, that's why 1001. Then further 1003. If it is float, then 4 byte. 1001, 2, 3, 4 will be taken for the first value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 bytes of memory it will take for the first value, and then second value will be stored in 1005, 6, 7, 8. So it stores the values or the elements in a conjugative memory location. Every elements of an array has an index number. The index number is always the index number of an array is always starts with 0. always starts with 0. So let's have an example. Int num of 10. Okay, before going to have an example, array is of two types. Array is of two types. Number one, index number of array elements is always starts with 0. Single dimensional array. So number 2 is multi-dimensional array. So let's start with single dimensional array. So single dimensional array stores the values, stores the elements. We can use the word element instead of values. The single dimensional array stores the elements in a single row or column. Declaration of an array. Declaration of single dimensional array. Data type space array variable name within square bracket size. Size specifies the maximum number of elements can be contained by the variable. We cannot store the values more than the size. Size रो अधिक value हमें store कर परिया नहीं. So that is the maximum number of elements we can store in a variable. The size is always in int form, that is whole number values. For example, int num of 10, that means 10 number of integer values can be contained by the variable num. In the same way, we have already studied string char name of 100, that means 100 number of characters can be capable to contain by the variable name. Now then initializing an array, initializing a single dimensional array, initializing a single dimensional array. How do we can initialize a single dimensional array? Data type space array variable name within square bracket size equal to, within parenthesis we can provide the values, value 1, value 1, value 2, value, in the same way value n we can store in the array variable. The same way, if we are initializing the string value, then char name of 100 is equal to, within double quote we can write OEDC or Odisha Education and Development Center, then semicolon. In the same way, char name 2 of 10 equal to WE. So by using array we can initialize the values. If we are initializing the integer values, int num of 10 equals to 45, 91, 10 equal to 45, 91, 63, 28, 54. So if you don't want to initialize more values, then simply we can write zeros instead of the values. So we should not left blank while initializing the integer array. Integer array initialize kala bele ame blank dabani. Up to the size we will initialize 0. So 10 values we need to initialize. So up to 6 value we have the values. 6 number portion our value achi. Then we will initialize 0 instead of left blank. So how do we can input the value to the array variable? Input the values to an array element, to an array, single dimensional array. Obviously we are reading about the single dimensional array. So how do we can input the values? You can note it down. Even after the class you can note, no? So input the values to one single dimensional array. So how do we can input? Scanf modulus d ampersand num of 0. We can input the first element, num of 0. It stores the elements in with an index number. Already we have discussed all the elements having an index number starts with 0. So in the same way we can input scanf modulus d modulus d modulus d modulus d num of 1, num of 2, num of 3, num of 4 we can input. In the same way num of 5, num of 6, num of 7, num of 8 we can input. But for all the elements, if we are going to input with the index values from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if there will be 50 number of elements or 100 number of elements, we cannot write such a way. एमती आम लिखिपर the hundreds times आम लिखिए num of 0, num of 2, num of 99. No. So for that purpose we can have a looping construct. Let's have an example of for loop. So for I equals to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, and write scanf modulus d comma ampersand num of I. So it will input the value from num of 0, num of 1, num of 2, num of 3, num of 4, num of 5, num of up to num of 9 it will input. Printf, enter the value, enter 10 numbers, enter 10 numbers. We can write enter 10 numbers so that user will input 10 values. In the same way, we can have another structure of writing the program for I equals to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, then printf. So by using this structure of writing program, we can input one after another value, whereas the early code, this value, this code will input all of the values simultaneously by putting a space or enter, whereas by using this code we can input the value, enter the value for num of modulus d comma I. In the same way, scanf modulus d comma ampersand num of I. So both of them we will discuss by writing the programs. So let's write a program with both of the examples. Shall I copy these examples to the program? So int num of 10 we have declared, then both of the code we have written. So let's comment this code first. How do we can input 10 values simultaneously? Run the program. I is not declared. Okay, run the program. So input 10 numbers. Directly it is asking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So we have entered 10 numbers. The program is ended now. But it is not reflecting what you are input. So jaha input kale seta kono dekhelani. So how we will see what are the values we have inputted. For I equals to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Again we can display with the num of I, num of 0, num of 2, num of 3, num of 4. But for that purpose we can have a for loop to display. Printf /n, the entered values to the array are as follows. Printf, simply we can write modulus d and num of I, it will display the values. Am I correct? So let's see how we will input 10, 20, 30, 15, 25, 35, 40, 50, 60, 10 numbers alagi? 9 alag, then 55. So 10, 20, 30, 15 in the same order it is displaying. Now, so let's have the next example of inputting the array values. Put it as the comment. Remove this one. So in a same for loop we have written enter the value for num of 0, num of 1 it will ask. Enter the value for num of 0. Num of 0 I have entered 25. So again it will ask enter the value for num of 1, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85. How many values I have completed? 20, 43, 81. So all have completed. So in this program we have understood how to input the value to one single dimensional array and how to display the value from the single dimensional array. Let's discuss some homework. Write a program to input 10 numbers to an array and display all of them. So we can write the program. Write a program to input 10 numbers to an array, calculate and display the sum of all the elements. Display the sum of all the values. Write a program to input 10 numbers to an array, display the greater one. Write a program to input 10 numbers to an array, display the greater and the smaller one. Write a program to input 10 numbers to an array, sort them in ascending order. Write a program to input 10 numbers to an array, sort them in descending order. Write a program to solve my problem. That is, I have 12 equal looking and equal in weight balls. After a period of time, one of them is defected. And reduces its weight. Find out the defect one by weighing them 3 times. Thanking you. In the next class we will read 2-dimensional array, 3-dimensional array or multi-dimensional array.